Back again. So today we are going to focus a bit more on nested statements. So I hope you guys watched the last video. Now this video is just a continuation of the past video. We're going to try and go into a bit more detail about if statements. Now let's just open the last project that we did. So last time, remember, as a recap, is that we got the amount of money that the user has, and we put it in the variable money. And then we said, okay, fine. If the money or the amount of money the user has is below 50 Rand, we have to display that they are poor. And then if the user actually has more than 50 Rand, then they are rich. So now we're going to go into a bit more detail about the part where they are rich. So the thing is, now we're going to determine, okay, if are they really poor, or are they just poor? And then, or we're going to change it a bit and say, okay, fine, now we're gonna make it a bit more complex, but let's see how it's gonna do. So we're going to say, okay, fine, now we're gonna use classes. In other words, you're either poor, middle class, or rich class. Okay, so now we're gonna say, okay, so if you have more than 50 Rand, you fall under should tell you that you fall under the middle class. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's say if you are between 40 Rand, you have between 40 Rand and money is smaller than 70 Rand. Keep in mind, when you put two double, you know what that means. It means that, okay, fine, both these conditions must true. It means that whatever the money the user enters, it has to be above 40 and it has to be below 70. So if you're below 50 and if you're between 70 and 40, then it means you're middle class. And then now we're gonna edit our statements a bit further and say else if, and then we're gonna say, now you see the nice thing about coding is you can just copy and paste. Let's just copy this and then you're gonna paste it here. So now you're gonna say, okay, fine, now if the money the user enters is above 70, then looks like you're rich. In other words, you fall under the rich class. To make it more relevant, because if you use other things people don't understand, so I think it's more understandable. Else console.writeLine. So notice every time when I want to display anything to the user, I use console.writeLine or console.write. I'll show you the differences why. So unfortunately, if the amount of money that you entered is not between 40 or 70 and is not higher than 70 Rand, it means that you're actually poor. So that's what you're gonna say. You are actually poor. Sorry. And our full stop, which is a semicolon. So you see, this is what we call, it's not yet a nested statement, but it's a combination of multiple conditions than if statements, because you have a condition here. If it's not true, it checks the other condition. If this condition is not true, else it does this. So if the money was above 70, this would have been false, this would have been true, and then we actually put this. So let's run it and actually show you what that means. You're gonna run the program and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. But up to so far, it should give you an idea of how if statements work. So now it's still running. Okay, yes, here's it. So now we're going to say, okay, enter the amount of money. So let's say I put in again 59 rand. So you see, it says I'm part of what? The middle class. The reason why it says I'm part of the middle class, it's because I fall between 40 and 70, so it went in here. So let's close, and then I'm gonna open another one. Okay, we're gonna run it again technically. So this time we're gonna put in anything above 70 rand because I wanna be rich. So let's put 80 rand. Even if you can put 1,000 rand, 10,000. Press enter. See, I'm rich. Simple as that. See? So now we're going to make it a bit more. And I get into a bit more detail and say, okay, fine. Now let's say what else do you want to display? Let's say, for example, say if you are rich, you should tell us where do you get your money from. See? So now that's actually we're gonna put it there. So you're now asking the user, okay, if they're actually rich, then they should tell us where did they make their money from. So we're gonna say, okay. Now first of all, we need what this. If you have a method like this, this represents okay, wait. This represents a new line. I'll show you why I say that. Okay. So now console.write. So now you want to know, okay, where does the rich people make their money from? So you're gonna ask, okay, where do you get your money from? See? Now because you want an answer from them, we're gonna put the cursor on the same line. That's why we have to have right. So now because we need to get output from the user, we need to now have a variable or a placeholder to store the answer. So we're going to say a string and then we're going to call it answer because you want an answer from the rich people, right? Yes. So now we're going to say, okay, answer is equals to console.readline. See? So now what's happening here is that what? If they fall under the rich, we ask them, where do you get your money from? And then they give us the answer. Okay. So now we now also have to display the answer. Now you're also going to have another console.readline. This represents space also. It's a space. And then you're going to say what are we going to say? Okay, what we're going to say is we're going to say we want to tell the user now we want to join whatever they're using. And it's all them. Okay, that's nice. So the rich get their money from. Now to get the answer from the user and to display it, you're gonna call that answer by putting. When you do something like this is like a placeholder. I'll show you why I say that. You're gonna have a comma and then you're gonna say you're gonna put an answer. So by me doing this, it means what? whatever answer that you get from the user here, keep in mind we didn't convert because it's a string. Whatever the placeholder stores, it's going to be displayed in this sentence here. See? So let's run it and actually show you that. Okay, now we're going to run the program and see what it does. So now we have to fall above the rich people. So where did the rich people fall under? 70 and above. So let's say 71. So now you should ask, where do you get your money from? So let's say investing in property. And then you're gonna press enter. See? And this is the solution. Okay, mind my English. So that's really nice. That's nice. I meant to say that's nice. So the rich get their money from investing in property. You see? So the answer that the user put in here is the answer that we have here. You see? Simple as that. Now you're gonna have now what you call a nested if statement. So in other words, you're gonna now check, okay, fine. If you're in the middle class, you also have to ask now, okay, if they have exactly 50 rand, you're gonna ask them, are you saving any of that money? You see? So we're gonna have it here now. You're gonna say, okay, if you are middle class, we need a space. First of all, after telling them they're middle class, and then you're gonna ask them. You're gonna have an if statement. You're gonna say if the money they have is equals to 50 rand, exactly 50 rand, what should happen is that we're gonna tell them you really need to start investing. See? And now notice the difference. This is an if statement, this is an if statement. The thing here is, you see here we have a brackets, it ends here. And here we have an if statement, but there's no brackets. What this means is that if there is more than one line of code, or let me rather say a statement, you see this is a statement or a line of code. This is another statement, another statement, another statement. If you have more than one statement under the if, you need to have brackets. But here it's an if and then there's only one statement after it. So you don't need to have a bracket. So now let's run it again. So now what's gonna happen is we're gonna ask them again. Now they have to fall between the middle class. Now we're gonna say exactly 50 rand. Press enter, you fall under the middle class. And then you see the reason why it didn't go straight to telling them you really need to start investing. It's because we have console.readline. Console.readline says what? Pause and wait and read whatever the user presses. So we're gonna press enter, then it's gonna tell us you really need to start investing. You see? So now that's how nested if statements work. If you have a problem or you're still confused about it, comment below and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. And if you haven't liked the channel or subscribe to my channel, please do so, and we'll see you in the next session. Thank you guys.